Russian President Vladimir Putin declared a brief Easter ceasefire in his war with Ukraine, a declaration met with skepticism in Kiev as the war enters a crucial phase and US-led negotiations stall. Putin said all hostilities would halt between 6 p.m. Moscow time on Saturday 11 a.m. ET and midnight on Monday 5 p.m. Sunday ET. "We assume that the Ukrainian side will follow our example," he said, adding that the truce would help Russia determine how sincere Kiev is about wanting to reach a ceasefire. However, just hours after the announcement, Ukrainian officials accused Russian forces of continuing to fight. According to the report of the commander-in-chief, Russian assault operations continue in some parts of the front line and Russian artillery continues to fire, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said in an address on Saturday night. If Russia is now suddenly ready to actually join the format of complete and unconditional silence, Ukraine will act in a mirror image, as it will on the Russian side. "Silence in response to silence, strikes in defense of strikes," Zelensky said, calling for the Easter truce to be extended to 30 days. "This will show Russia's true intentions, because 30 hours is enough for headlines, but not for real confidence-building measures. 30 days can give peace a chance," he said. The timing of the announcement also sparked some questions, coming one day after the Trump administration indicated it was running out of patience with Russia and Ukraine, and just hours after Russia's defense ministry announced its forces had pushed Ukrainian troops from one of their last remaining footholds in Russia's Kursk region, where the Ukrainians staged a surprise incursion last year. "Unfortunately, we have had a long history of Putin's statements not matching his actions. Russia can agree at any time to the proposal for a full and unconditional 30-day ceasefire, which has been on the table since March," Ukraine's Foreign Minister Andriy Sybiha said on X. Hours after declaring the ceasefire, Putin attended an Orthodox Easter service at Moscow's Cathedral of Christ the Savior, alongside the city's mayor Sergei Sobyanin and other worshippers, according to Reuters. Putin could be seen holding a lit red candle and crossing himself as Patriarch Kirill led the service. Kirill is the head of Russia's Orthodox Church, a faithful backer of the Russian leader and an advocate for the war in Ukraine. A key moment, Putin's announcement comes at a pivotal time for the war. As well as in Kursk, fighting continues along the eastern front line, which has barely moved in the past 3 years as neither side has been able to make significant gains. While Ukraine has recently managed to push Russian troops back from areas around Toretsk, Russia has been inching forward near Kupiansk, Lyman and Kharkov, according to the Institute for the Study of War, a US-based conflict monitor. Separately, the two sides conducted one of the largest prisoner exchanges of the conflict on Saturday. According to Zelensky, 277 captured Ukrainian soldiers were returned home. The Russian Defense Ministry said it had swapped 246 captured Ukrainian soldiers for the same number of Russian troops, and that as a gesture of goodwill, Russia also exchanged 31 wounded Ukrainian troops for 15 wounded Russian servicemen. As with previous exchanges, the swap was mediated by the United Arab Emirates. At the same time, US-led peace efforts are stuttering as Moscow continues to stall, having previously rejected the US proposal for a 30-day ceasefire. On Friday, Secretary of State Marco Rubio warned that the US was ready to move on within days from efforts to bring peace to Ukraine, if there were no tangible signs of progress.